Welcome back to ciLiving. The second annual Central Illinois Bat Festival is almost here, and joining me with all the details and why bats are so important is Daniel Urban. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so the Bat Festival is coming up in September. Can you tell me a little bit about what is going to be at the event?
We're going to have all kinds of things bat related at this event. So it's going to be September 6th. It is a full day event. It starts at Anita Purvis in the afternoon, goes from 1 to 4:30. And then in the evening, we'll take a short hiatus, and then around 5 to 5:30, we'll start up again at Crystal Lake Park. During the daytime, we'll have everything from science talks. Our theme this year is Heroes of the Night, so why bats have some superhero qualities to them. Explain a little bit about their background and how they do so much good things for us. There are going to be hands-on activities for the family. There'll be bat-related crafts. There's going to be a scavenger hunt. We'll have some demonstrations of mist netting to show how people collect bats and capture them for study. The Urbana Free Library is going to be there, reading some bat stories. We will have 2 different mobile labs there, both the one from the Institute for Genomic Biology, my lab, and then another one from the Illinois Natural History Survey. They have a traveling science center. So there's going to be a lot during the day. And then in the evening, we're going to switch this over to the Crystal Lake House area, and there's going to be a bat costume contest. There'll be lots of other fun hands-on things, and then once it gets dark enough and the bats start flying, we'll have a bat walk behind Crystal Lake, and we'll be having a bunch of echo meters out there. So these are devices that can pick up the echolocation sound of the bats and translate it down several frequencies so that we can hear it, put it in our range of hearing, and then some of those can also translate that and identify the actual species of the bat, because every bat, their echolocation call is unique to that species.
That is incredible. I think that is so cool, because you do kind of see bats flying around, but you just kind of, I guess, assume that they're all the same, because a lot of times it's dark and you can't really see them that well. So that's really cool that you're able to tell what species they are. And speaking of different species, you have some 3D printed models of different skulls and jaws. So can you talk a little bit about what we have here on the table?
Yeah, so we've got 6 different species here, and each of these has a different feeding type. So they all have different diets. So you have bats that specialize in a little bit of everything. So one of these is a carnivore, one is an omnivore, one is an insectivore, so they just eat insects, one is a frugivore, they eat fruit, one is a nectarivore, so they specialize on sipping nectar, and one is a sanguivore. Any guesses?
Ooh, that's really hard.
That's not a common word.
I would have said nectar, but honey?
It's actually blood.
Oh, blood.
Sanguivore is blood drinking, so that is vampires, which everyone thinks of when they think of bats. But actually, in all the species of bats, which they're very numerous, there's over 1,400 species of bats, only 3 of them are vampires.
Interesting. And the thing about bats, I think, is that they kind of get a bad rap, and there's a lot of fear around bats that, oh, does it have rabies? Does it carry diseases? Things like that. Can you talk a little bit about why, you know, you're not going to get rabies unless you sort of approach
Don't touch wild bats. Don't touch wild bats unless you are trained to. Any of us that actually research bats and would have reason to put our hands on them, we all have a complete rabies vaccination series before we start handling any of them.
Before you get anywhere near them, yes.
There's this misconception that it's much more prevalent in bats. Any mammal can carry rabies. Less than 1% of all bats has rabies. But the ones that you're more likely to encounter because, you know, something is sick, it's on the ground, somebody approaches it and touches it, they're more likely to be carriers of it. Please don't touch bats. If you find one, call somebody that is a professional to actually come and move it or handle it.
And there are a lot of places that you can call around here that are able to help you. So definitely don't approach any bats. They are great, though, for things like the nature walk to go out and observe them. I know there are different places around that also have bat houses. I had a friend that used to have a bat house, and it was really cool sometimes just to sit out on the yard. We called it the bat show, and all the bats at a certain time would fly out to go hunt. And the good thing about bats is that they take care of a lot of the bug problems, right?
Exactly. Please do admire them from afar. Don't fear bats. I love to sit out back and watch them as well. When they're flying around, just know that they are helping you. All of our local species of bats are insectivores, so they specifically focus on eating all the bugs that we don't want. A single bat can eat almost its body weight in mosquitoes in a single night. I don't like being bit by mosquitoes. I'm sure you don't as well. Bats will help take care of that.
Bats will solve that problem. Well, hang out and be sure to stick around because right after the break, Daniel has another activity. I believe it's a game that you can find at this year's Central Illinois Bat Festival. CI Living will be back right after this.